and just taking some time for myself, because a lot of time I have actually spent feeling some kind of way, or feeling alone, or feeling sad, and I could have just went and took a walk, took a breather, cleared my mind, got my thoughts right. And that's kind of what I'm doing today. This isn't about anyone else at this point. It's about me and how I feel. And sometimes in life, the best thing to do is to just accept, hey, is to just accept that some things, good morning, that some things just aren't meant for me. But yeah, I decided to take a walk just to try to get myself back together, because I was having some thoughts that were not exactly the best for my own well-being. And what I mean by that is I was thinking about things that don't matter anymore. I was getting frustrated about things that are not my business, getting upset about things that I need to just not care about. And I've gotten to the point that I honestly am just accepting that not everyone is meant to be in my life, and I'm not meant to be in theirs. And I'm saying it this way because through the type of work that I do, I've got to meet various people, and a lot of times I'll have people ask me why it is that I don't accept the offer of friendship on the level that they think that I should. And it's not that I don't want to have friends or that I don't like people. It's more along the lines of I don't want to be in a position where if I can tell that there's something going on that's not quite healthy for me, I don't have to sign off on that. I don't have to be part of that. I don't have to accept that. I don't have to be party to that. So if someone is purposefully trying to hurt me, I don't have to say okay to that. And I don't know too many people who would say that there's something wrong with that behavior. When I was much younger, I did not really have much comparison to go off of when it came to this being good and this being bad on the level that I see now as an adult, because there were certain things that my parents tried to shelter me from. There were certain things that I personally was trying to stay away from too. But now that I am being more accepting of the fact that sometimes in life you meet someone to teach you a lesson. And I'm just accepting that a lot of the things that I've actually gone through, a lot of the things that I've experienced that emotionally drained me, when it came to conversations and back and forth with certain people, I take ownership of the fact that a lot of that ended up being my fault because I didn't draw a line in the sand. Just because I'm concerned or somebody tells me a sob story does not mean that it's my obligation to help them, because I've learned it's not always the truth that they're telling me. Sometimes people tell you things to manipulate you. And this is something that was a harsh reality I had to learn. And that's not to say that these people were bad or that they had those intentions to start off with, but I'm learning to be a lot more selective in who I let into my inner circle, because there is no reason why I should talk to someone and I feel completely drained in the conversation. As in, I feel as though all the energy that I once had, all the joy that I had, is just sucked out of me. So I'm just going to be really blunt about it. Too many times I've been in situations in which I my best not to have a problem with someone, and it was to a fault. It really was to a fault. And I say that because I realized that by allowing this person to be close enough to me to get into my personal space, to tell them stuff that was going on in my mind, and to try to build that type of camaraderie with this person, was a failure on my part, because I did not recognize how dangerous that was at the time. And I say this not to poo-poo on those moments or those memories or those situations, but to be aware that just because someone wants to be your friend doesn't mean that that's actually what they want. I've had to accept that over the years there are people out there who will smile in your face and their intentions are completely different for you. They will act like they're your friend just so they can try to get in close to you so that they can do certain things. Apparently it's a busy day here at the park. But I legitimately just needed to take a moment and hold myself accountable for my own feelings, my own thoughts, my own emotions. Because sometimes if you are too emotional about a situation or you're too attached, you can end up misleading yourself to believe things that are not true. And this can be a good or a bad thing in many situations. Sometimes you can talk yourself out of believing something that actually is true, or you can talk yourself into believing something that isn't true. And this is something that, by being open, honest, and holding yourself accountable, you can actually work towards not having be as big of an issue, if at all. So today,